Welcome to official SL TV channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my video and press the red button. Please help me to share my video.
Fambulem, una good evening. We don't come back today again with our usual program where na Salon Talk. We can meet every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays of every week. Live and direct from the Sankara Media Platform. So today na Wednesday, we na the 25th first day of May 2025. We na the midweek edition for Salon Talk for this week here so. As usual, family okay always announce with telephone number to Una in the event where if you want to get on to it for whatever reasons. If you're inside Sierra Leone and you want to contact you and you want to use a free cell line, you will call 077 763898. But if you're outside of Sierra Leone, you want to use a free cell line for contact we, don't forget for add we country code when a +232 77 76 3898. And we get we international number when a +46 720 857 685. +46 720 857 685. So Fambulem, today your program will can do and the topic na very, very, very interesting and very important topic we one can bring out to Una. We know say we get citizens that within inside this country, we get to citizens them back within the diaspora. We're not there. But on Sankara Media Platform, we can always make sure see we bring to Una the information as then they emerge. And we will keep Una informed of any development will take place inside the country. So now this program today, the two they can talk about now the financial year 2025 budget, where the Ministry of Finance will prepare this budget and describe this budget say that the citizens budget. So what do they mean by citizens budget? That means that this particular budget here, then craft them and tailor them for meet the demands of the citizens of this country, so that the living standard of we the people who inside this country it will upgraded and it will fine for we. So this year, governments through the Ministry of Finance, they can normally prepare every year the national budget of this country. And this national budget, now they all waiting government get for do, now the ministries, departments, and agencies, all the work they will then get for do, the money where they get for use for run of their ministry, departments, and agencies, and then in the day inside that budget. But when they make more, we they can deal with this program. Now for make sure say we can popularize this 2025 financial year citizens budget so that every citizen inside the country will know waiting the inside that budget day, waiting at the budget. Why the budget? Because Sierra Leonean, as we there, we read budget, but not all man know waiting a budget. And not all man get time for go ask waiting the inside the budget where they don't prepare for run the country every year. So that is why Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, what they call NaCCED, now then they work hand in hand as a team with the Ministry of Finance for make sure they popularize and bring to the people them waiting at this national budget here, waiting there inside this, so that every citizens of this country will understand waiting in our budget, how government they use that money they come out, how then they spend them, etc., etc. Mind you, we get ministries them different. We like Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Works, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of this, Ministry of that. Now get them departments and agencies them, all our government-owned enterprises them. Yeah, every year each of them state and then people are talking and their ministry, department, and agencies. Yeah, then they prepare their individual budgets them for brand come to the Ministry of Finance so that they go use them budget and put it all together, consolidate and make one single budget wey they call the national budget. And the money wey they get inside that budget dey, wetin the Ministry of Agriculture be don budget say na they wan do for that year dey, government dey chip am for that budget dey give them. Ministry of Works dey take am give them. The Free and Quality Education dey give them. Ministry of Internal Affairs dey give them. Ministry of Foreign Affairs dey give them. So all them things na inside that budget dey. So NaCCED, when na the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, na the responsibility for make sure say they bring to the people of this country, let them know exactly wetin na this budget, wetin dey inside the importance of am. So that everybody when I citizen of this country are able to know. Because before now, people they don't just worry for know wetin dey there. And that is why so many times they give wrong speculation about this country. Yeah. How they don't thief money, how they don't eat money, how they don't decide. Because they don't know how government they get the money and who say government they spend them. And the things the way government they do for alleviate the suffering of the masses in this country. Yeah. So that is why the NaCCED, when the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, the responsibility that they handle the civic business in this country. And civic business in any country, now the responsibility for they bring to the people, for they make the people understand and educate them and enlighten them for what they happen inside the country. Now that make the Ministry of Finance, they be happy, they be feel elated, and then glad the minister, they glad for team up with NaCCED so that they go help them popularize and bring to the people waiting in at this 2025 financial year budget. So for this particular program, now 3 areas that we can watch at for this budget here. One, we look at the objective of the budget. Wetin are the objective of the budget? The objective of the budget, now wetin the budget the budget they focus at. Wetin the budget want achieve. Wetin dey inside them budget here where they put them all together, where they will achieve the goal for make sure say the people of this country you suffering less for them. Now in the objective. Then we dey look at the income. That's wetin are the income. That na the money where the country they get. All the figure they were inside the budget. Outside government they get the money, and the sources where government they get the money. Outside they come out. Then we look at the expenditure side. Outside government they spend them money. The money where government they get, what they call the budget or the income, the income, and how government they spend them. For the sake of this program today, and then 3 areas there where they can look at. So as usual, the producer of this program, Uncle Sankara. And me where they present them, as usual, me na Mr. Critical Mind. And with me in the studio for help me push this program go before, I get Raye Wilson.
Good evening, family.
So Solomon, tell family I do.
Family, and a good evening, no.
Then I get Ahmek Hassan, we all the way Sweden. Instead they help me push this go program go as usual. So Ahmek, tell family I do.
Family, on a good evening, no. Me na Ahmek Hassan.
So thank you very much. Family, and to that area, now we 3 they can push this program go before. So like what I be don't talk so, I turn the mic now to Solomon Raye Wilson. Solomon, you don't hear what they can talk today. Now the Ministry of Finance, then budget where they don't prepare for this year. But what they can do now, NaCCED, the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, and they can help push this budget go before so that all man of this country go understand waiting inside this budget, waiting with this budget for help the Ministry of Finance for spread them to the people let them know. So waiting that you take now we look at the objective. Waiting at this budget first of all. Waiting at budget first.
Thank you very much. Budget's now a very technical document. Over the years in Sierra Leone, we don't make a lot of reforms. So the budget actually not a government, no more than Sidome make budget again. The budget is done with input from the people SSF we get for spend the money and in the presence of civil organizations. So like we don't do what we call budget hearing. wherein all the ministries then come and they can tell government wetin they intend for do and how much that one they cost. The total makes up the budget itself. But budget itself, like technical documents, is take the original budget. It's so big, voluminous, again, voluminous with a lot of complex things. So government be done demand fit for the creator to call a citizen's budget with an abridged and simple version of that complex document. But this year budget itself is focused on improving the well-being and quality of life of Sierra Leoneans. This is what this year's budget is all about. The minister tell we say this budget they respond to waiting I just say because of the difficulties we don't go through as a country. Yeah, external shocks don't create an environment wherein most of the things that governments can always say they want to do because of then external issues where they come out and affect economic activity most times.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson, we dey try for talk to the people them. Yeah, I want to break down. Waiting at the shocks then the external shocks then.
When shocks are actually like, well, I would say problems, albalaos and waking results in economic activities not being like realized. Like for instance, that Ebola itself.
The Russian-Ukraine war.
The Russian-Ukraine war outside. Then
yes.
They're not good. Most of the things can happen directly. But even when it happens from outside, it can affect like COVID. COVID come out from out, we see camera. These are the issues where basically they affect economic development. So we don't go through this. We don't go through Ebola. We don't go through COVID. Now we don't focus, and then they affect with people. So we need for put in place a system, a budgeting system, where we're able to address 10 problems there. So you see, government is now focused on improving. This budget is all about focused on improving the well-being and the quality of life of we people.
All right.
For
improve the well-being and life of the people of Sierra Leone, I want to believe say they must don't put things in place where they call the objective. So what are the objectives the way this document on put so that then people then shocks how they meet you and bug the economic stability of this country, it will be alleviated.
Number one, the budget definitely aims at reducing inflation and for stabilize the exchange rate. For enhance household incomes and empower purchasing power and standard of living of Sierra Leoneans. That one is clear. Inflation, they reduce on people their ability really for able for buy or get the things them where they want. Yeah. So the objective basically now for reduce that problem of inflation first. When things then not they just they go up like that, you understand them. People they able with the little that they have go able for buy. The second thing about the objective is the budget they go for support what we call the feed salon program, which is crucial for the economic well-being and the development of this country. The feed salon program, all about boosting agricultural productivity and food security. The budget also they go fund government human development capital initiatives like the schools, colleges, technical institutions, etc., etc. Government also through this budget year want for continue for invest in infrastructure, technology, and innovation. Government also want for broaden wetin dem call social protection programs. Things that way directly they go for go pushing the difficulties. As we rightly say from the beginning, The budget is all about improving with lives. So social protection, very, very key. The budget, they go also for address social protections. The budget also, they go for go improve business environment, for promote growth and create job opportunities. But that one is clear for you. Promoting the business environment where if businesses will come and operate in our country will lead to growth. And when the businesses then come, they must employ with people. So you see, help for create the business when business come, job come, and growth will come. Also, the budget they go for go strengthen public administration for effective public service delivery and good governance. Anybody when they work for you, you get for pay them. You get for recruit them. You get for make sure say you provide the services, the tools, the equipment, the training, the pay for make them do exactly what you want them to do. So the key thing here is the budget is all about improving the standard of living of we, the citizens of this country, by addressing these areas where I don't just highlight.
By addressing the area that we don't like, that not the objective, that not the thing and only when if government able to address them, then it will help the people in this country for make to get very good living standard and living condition.
Yeah.
But them thing they not go happen without money. Now money go there before government go able to address them thing. So therefore, I want pass the mic to Ahmek Hassan now. Ahmek Hassan, you there all the way Sweden. You know the inside Sierra Leone, but I believe say you know what's in our income, you know what's in our money, you know where government say at the spend aid from ABC na money we need. You don't listen the objective, then the area all where government want for address, and the area they where government to address, and where you get government get, and where government get money for address them. And government get many other areas where government they get money. Also, you feel say government they get up from which sources you feel say government they get their money for address the issue, Ahmek Hassan?
Yes, thank you very much, critical mind. Let me go straight to the point. Because in 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 general, when you or as a government, because government get a very big responsibility where in some times or in some cases most people can feel say for run a government easy, and then sometimes people can feel say government they get income, then they waste their money, they come left and right, then they waste them. For example, now because most people can feel say government they make money through NRA, Wataki, or say Wataki don't go Paulentin, but that money then they get a great responsibility, a very big responsibility, or let me say enormous things them for do. If you look at the population, the poverty rate, you understand, is somehow. So government take a very big responsibility. Sometimes government can get money from partners, you understand, donors, international funding, government can get money. But initially, you understand, government can focus on how to generate money for attend to the citizens and critical government. And then when you look at every year, government can sit down, or sometimes government can sit down and calculate the budget. What we get for do for this year? There are certain things, there are certain activities where we get for take upon this year. We involve money because for run a state, it involve money. A whole lot of money. And then one most important thing, critical, she say in Sierra Leone, most of the young girls, you understand, go for nursing, doing nursing. You check how many nurses we get in Sierra Leone. How many nurses want to become a registered nurse? It involves money, okay? We get doctors. We get the school fee. We get the education sector. We government get for allocate fund for back again, and then President Bio make a very important statement where he be the kind to office from 2018, even before he turned president, where he talks say, a one base on human capital development and education. Most people don't understand this thing critical, but let me make it clear. In any country so far at this world, when they talk about human capital development, they just going to develop the human capital without education or without empowerment, without skills. Now, it make you see the president try to implement the free education, free quality education, and that involves a lot of money in any country or Western country. Education they take huge amount of money. Okay, so just because the president say I am basing, you understand, or try to emphasize on human capital development, then let me make education free, because you know go just to try for raise human capital with stupid people who are not technically inclined, they don't go school, no, you step not improve. But with human capital development and education and skills, critical mind, that they improve a country. But unfortunately in Sierra Leone, most of the young people, you understand, not get interest somehow in education or skills. And unfortunately again, we get certain people in the country when are war enthusiasts, you know, or destruction enthusiast. So sometimes when we can talk about them, the hopes the way the government can get on the way. Now then thing they are, because a difficult way government they get they deal with people with difficult opposition, with difficult things like that. They bring the government, you understand, at one point stand still. And when we look at president being government today, okay, it gets a lot of bumpy on the way from 2018 to today. However, you see, it's still try for make sure say most of the promises we be making understand he try for touch on all of those places, you know. So when government don't make budget for this 2025 critical mind, there is so much to be done. There is so much has to be done. Most of their ministries, and they where they don't make them budget, pass on to the Ministry of Finance. You understand? Now this we get for do. Now this activities we get for do. We get for do agricultural activities. We get for do training. We get for we get for do field observation. All that thing and they involve money. Government get for buy fuel, because for fuel those cars go now all them places they involve money. Any step where government they make involve money. And let's talk educate. Even when government they move out for go get international, like when the president move international meetings, go with delegate, all involve money. Now government is spend money. They get for make allocation for all them things and
Yes, yes, Ahmek, yes, Ahmek Hassan. Now we focus we attention the area the way government for get them money for fund them projects and their objective they are way Mr. Wilson just don't name out. So I dey pass the mic now to Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson,
So
I want to rob mods pan area them where government they get them money for service them their objective yeah we don't set so that it will achieve aims and objective.
now government say we want for support the feed salon program. Government say they want for invest in human capital. Government say they want for invest in infrastructure, technology, and innovation. Government say they want for promote youth employment and revamp public administration. For which they intend for spend.
No, who side the money they come out? Don't know the source of income for the
All
best
right.
area the money they come out. Because we not go talk about expenditure, we don't know who side the money they come out.
So government intend for raise money from income tax revenue, from goods and services taxes,
What they call GST.
from custom and excise um, um, dues, from mining revenue, from royalties on fishery, on all the people that will pay royalties to government. Government intend for get money from parastatal revenues, like for instance, we are journalists. When you go IMC now, you got to pay for all sort of things, and the money they need now, first term, the money they left with IMC. Now they go direct into the consolidated fund, where government they use back to fund the same IMC and SLAG and all other organizations where government they work with. Now, money also they come out from government also intend for raise money from timber revenue, road users charges and vehicle license. Government also they hope for get grant, because most times domestic revenue, the money we can get from within, they always not can do, except
Get
other
extra budgetary
extra
support
extra support from we
international,
most
for
times
instance, yes.
we donor partners and people that we interested in Sierra Leone, and we international partners mostly. And we also get money from government grants, from project grants, and off budget grants. So these are the areas actually where government hope for get money from. Locally, domestic revenue, na taxes, income tax, goods and services tax, custom and excise duties, mine revenue, royalties on fisheries, etc. Per state revenue. Like I said, you go to any government department, they will say pay this and this and this. All the money then they go into the consolidated fund. So
Yes.
these are the areas whose government hope for get money for fund the things and way they want for do in 2025.
So now that area the government
Government
expect gets money
that is
from.
domestically that are waiting we able for raise within Sierra Leone and then grants them.
Yes.
We can come in from international partners or international organizations, etc., etc. So basically, these are the areas where in government say well, now the areas that government don't identify, say money go come out for funds with budgets.
According to this 2025 and citizen budget, you will give me the total budgets where total income where government expect for get. You will give me them based on the research we they do.
Well, government hope for get 18 billion new loans from domestic revenue, 18 billion 909 new loan from domestic revenue, and they also hope for get 2 billion 116 on program grants and 2 billion 61655 6,500 655. Sorry, I not get my glasses, my eye not too good. And off budget record, they up forget 4 billion 4.202 million new loans. We now billion business actually relate not again. So total government hope forget some till like 27.882 billion new loans.
Now the projection that the government expect for get from revenues where they generate now the various areas and the government they get money
They
from.
say they can forget money from.
All right,
For
thank you very much, Mr. Ray Wilson. Now, Famulem, when I don't hear Mr. Ray Wilson, I don't give we the objective of this budget, we na for alleviate the suffering of these people in addressing all the area then they and the area then could not be addressed without funds or without money. So Mr. Ray Wilson now don't explain to we now whose side government they get all the money from, whose side government they expect for get all the money they from taxes, from grants that they get for international donor partners them, from other license fee for all royalty fee, all Nigerian government they get the money way amounted to that total amount they way you will see Melongi. And out of that, now the government got for spend the money here. So which area, Raymond, Wilson, which area where government intend for spend the money here? So
government intend for spend a total projected expenditure. Government give a total projected expenditure of 35 billion new loan.
and well, with 35 billion millions, it match up with the income, the total income. Now we see if the income exceed the expenditure as far as that
Well,
budget is concerned.
the income way government
Project here now.
highlights now, so who sign and hope for get money is about 27.882 billion new loans.
as against
As against a total projected expenditure of 35 billion new loans.
that is the expenditure looks him for be exceeds the income. Is that the way? Now that's happen? That's so?
Well, now that it look like. But then of course, this also now an estimation.
Estimated.
It can pass. Government can able even for raise more money from income tax revenue. Not this one are just an estimated figure. See, it can pass that one day for even meet up the total cost of the budget.
Okay, that's very good. Famulem, if you just they can listen to this program, they come to live and direct from the Uncle Sankara Media Platform today. When Wednesday, when the 21st day of May 2025, and the midweek edition of Salon Talk, where they meet on a live and direct from the Uncle Sankara Media Platform. And the topic we they deal with today, we they come talk to the people for popularize this citizen budget where Ministry of Finance may prepare for this year way for service all government and operations them. And NaCCED, where the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, where they self join and for team up with Ministry of Finance for popularize this budget here for make citizens know exactly who side the money they come out and almost not the money and who side government is spending almost get government project for spend estimatedly. And we don't tell you all the area they with the money come out and the reason we government want the money here for. So Fambulem, I think say una go don get this point clear now. Because before this time, una dey everybody national budget, but they know the well experienced. That is why the Uncle Sankara Media Platform take the center stage for bring this information can give una. So that una say go understand how government they get money, who side they get that money, and how government is spending and why government is spending. And the reason we make government is spending because government want to alleviate the suffering of the masses so that the masses will get a proper living standard and living condition and we esteem them will improve. So I no get if better term again. I dey pass the mic now to Ahmek Hassan. Ahmek Hassan, now this you don't Mr. Wilson on tell you now and on tell Famulem who say government they get this money, how government they get this money, who say government to spend them, so on and so forth. So what in your last take we go want take for inform the people as far as what you Mr. Wilson on say. Ahmek Hassan.
Yeah. Yeah, let me last take will be, because this is a good for the populace of Sierra Leone understand not only the money where the government they get, but the responsibility where the money carry at the same time, and which I go argue say the responsibility more than the money. If not because the income tax amount they gather in Sierra Leone not enough for attend to all their needs today, if not because we get support from maybe international partners because now that they boost the economy again of Sierra Leone and then make sure say things and responsibilities are met. So for less Sierra Leoneers understand say government get a lot of responsibility and now just like Mr. Wilson say, sometimes the money they not enough the internal tax still they get enough for solve we problems. And so now Sierra Leoneans they don't understand the responsibility. Some go understand, some go get a defiant there, say no, I not agree. But however, that they do this way, the government don't put out and where the Uncle Sankara Media Platform they talk about. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmek Hassan. Over to you, Mr. Wilson. So what's in the last bite as far as this popularization is concerned?
Well, I just want from to know say government get good intention for them. This kind of budgets they go directly for address we own living conditions, and which is very, very important, knowing very well where we're coming from, the things that we would experience as a country. So this budget basically they respond to them challenges there. So which for me I think is good for make we start for fund the things them will really matter in our life, the things them where they move we own life as a country. So this is actually what this budget is all about. This budget is all about we, the people of this country, knowing where we are coming from because of the kind of troubles that we don't face as a country, where they live, where they're part of the international community. Anything will happen out, they affect you national. So, but we not go just say we focused 100% on the problems without also focusing on doing the things where they reverse them problems there. So we not continue for care about Ebola. We not continue for care about COVID, even though COVID don't affect we and Ebola don't affect we, and they fall in global commodity prices, they affect we. Anything where they happen outside, energy prices, like the time where global energy prices, they affect we all now. So we are like trying to come up with something where will reverse the adverse effects of all then trouble on with people. So government intend for spend, waiting government intend for spend 35 billion new loans, and 22 billion will go towards what we call recurrent expenditure. That are the one the way government they continually spend on, like what we call like wages and salaries for workman. Every month, government they pay. Every year, government they pay. As long as workman in the country go there, government intends for spend 7.6 billion on that. Government also intends for spend 3.8 billion on goods and services. Government also intends for pay 7.4 billion on interest payments. You know, so when they take loan from people, we take all debt, we get debt and away, we get loans and we get for attend to. So government they pay get for non-budget 7.4 billion just for that, which is very, very, very heavy. Very, very, very heavy. And also government intend for spend 3.2 billion on subsidies, transfers, and other payments. Also, for this 35 billion where government say they want for spend, they also intend for spend 11.7 billion on what they call capital expenditure. That are the things that we really they provide the social services like roads, like schools, like hospitals. You know, we get for build more schools for picking them because we move with this free education program. So we just get for build more classrooms, we just get for build more roads for go into economically active economic areas where we're able to bring investment, where we're able for boost the economy. We get for construct roads, lights day for we get for pay for the copper ship, and we get for pay for other programs them. And government also get for pay for provide health services. We get for build hospitals, continue for build health centers. The one of the health center programs, projects, and where they on, we get for continue for fund them. We get for continue for fund the ongoing school programs. We get for continue for fund ongoing road programs. So these are the what we call capital expenditure. That are the one where they input down like road so now an investment capital for we. Where multi drive on them, you must go to productive areas, use some for come with goods, agricultural products, able for make people to move around fast and all that thing. So we need for construct roads. These are capital expenditures. Then or with that, government say this particular year we will spend 11.7 billion on capital expenditure. So basically, these are the areas government actually want for spend money. Government say they will get money, they will get 27.882 million new loans as revenue total. And they also say they want for spend 35 billion on recurrent expenditure, we will be like 22.1 billion, and capital expenditure. Why I don't explain when I was schools, with hospitals, we're very important for we don't ever stop for build schools. We don't ever stop for build hospitals. We don't ever stop for provide electricity and water for people. Yeah. So these are the two areas where in government money get for go. When are that 35 billion new loans.
Yeah, thank you very much. And then said and the government get for directed money then. So Fambulem, we they come to the close of the program now. But before they come, I just want to give a last brief summary of what we don't discuss now. So we they can popularize in collaboration with NaCCED, with the National Commission for Civic Education and Democracy, in collaboration on Sankara Media Platform, with the help for popularize, for bring come to the people and to the doorstep of the people and for know about this 2025 citizens budget wey Ministry of Finance don prepare wey for run this country for this year so. So the three things the three area them where government, the three area the way government, the three area we will talk about today. Now the objective of this budget, who side the money they come out and who side will they spend the money, and then they will talk so to this. But then, however, this program will go bring one again where we will bring a part 2. Today on a part 1 of this program for popularize this citizen budget. Today on a part 1. In the next edition, we'll go with part 2. So Fambule until Friday, we will come again with another program of Salon Talk. me na the critical mind dey say una bye bye.